Have you ever been through something that almost made you cry? Have you ever been so pushed that it seemed like the only thing to do was give up? This video is for you today. You will be motivated to keep going no matter how hard things get by reading these 7 ancient Stoic lessons on perseverance. Please let me know if you liked the video before we start. This will help me keep sharing the Stoic philosophy. I suggest that you subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss a video if you have not already. Rule number 1. Accept what will happen. Realize that your life is precious and beautiful in and of itself, and enjoy every moment, even the difficult ones. A lot of us go through life holding on tight to our ideas about how things should go. Our life's factors are under our control, or we want them to be under our control. There are, however, many things that we cannot control. In real life, what does this mean? It means we should not fight the problems or hurdles that life throws at us. We must accept them as essential components of our journey and focus on the one thing we can control: how we react. Rule number 2. Do not whine. Everything that occurs is either endurable or not, as Marcus Aurelius once said. Endure it if it is endurable. Stop being negative. The Stoics say that we should not focus on the problem and blame outside forces, but instead on what we can do to fix it. They ask, what can we learn from this? How can we get better? This way of thinking can completely change our lives, turning us from helpless sufferers to active problem solvers. The Stoics were very sure that persistence in silence was important. Realize it is not the end of the world, according to lesson number 3. Problems can look so big that they block out any hints of hope or chances that are out there. But realizing that even though life is bad at times, it is not the end of the world can help us deal with situations in a more healthy way. Losses and setbacks are just threads in the very large, complicated, and rich fabric that is life. Do not just take it, that is lesson number 4. As Seneca says, putting things off is the worst thing you can do with your life. It takes each day as it comes and promises the future, which takes away the present. Live right away. Passive tolerance is not what perseverance is. People often think that suffering means only waiting for the bad things to end, but Stoicism says that is not true. It tells us to use the power we already have to actively fight our problems. By putting off taking the necessary actions to deal with our problems, we give our suffering complete control. Surrendering to suffering and making our problems worse is not what we meant to do. Stoics, on the other hand, say that we should work to end our suffering. It is important to remember that perseverance is a choice. It takes persistence and the ability to solve problems. We do not continue by doing nothing. Instead, we do so by responding to problems in a planned, thoughtful, and even strong way. Demand more of yourself in lesson number 5. Putting our own wants and demands first, instead of giving them to other people, is an important part of both Stoicism and perseverance. Epictetus said, "If you want to get better, be happy with being thought stupid and foolish." Perseverance is not just about getting through hard times. It is also about having a clear picture of what you want out of life and working toward it. Demanding better for yourself, however, does not just mean having bigger work or personal goals. Expecting more from your treatments and relationships with other people is also part of it. Do not let anyone put you down or treat you badly. Set limits for yourself and be kind and strong with other people. Demand the best of yourself, including your thoughts, actions, responses, health, and life choices. Lesson number 6. Stop making yourself miserable. Stoicism, at its core, puts a lot of weight on how powerful our thoughts and understandings are. Epictetus said it best. We suffer not from the things that happen to us, but from how we think about them. One of the main ways we hurt ourselves is by taking our problems personally, blaming ourselves too much for things we cannot change, and making up stories about our worth based on facts that are out of our control. A lot of research has shown that the way we talk to ourselves has a big effect on our mental health. When we talk badly to ourselves, we can create a self-fulfilling narrative that changes how we see our skills and potential, which can make us less productive and more likely to fail. Stop hurting yourself with cruel criticism, negative thoughts, and self-doubt. You are allowed to make errors because you are human. You are allowed to make mistakes, but more importantly, you are allowed to get back up, learn from them, and keep going. Use your resources. Lesson number 7. While admiring the resources of others, there are times when we foolishly ignore the tools we already have. As resources, we have things like toughness, the ability to think critically, knowledge, patience, and more. Every one of us has a unique set of resources, skills, information, experiences, and relationships that we can use during difficult times. It is important to see these resources, take care of them, and know when and how to use them. Do not forget the power of external resources, even though internal resources are what make perseverance possible. Make use of all the resources at your disposal, whether that means asking for help or advice from others or utilizing technology and tools. What resources do I have at my disposal that I have missed or forgotten about? Now, please tell us what you think. Which of the 7 lessons from Stoicism spoke to you the most? Leave your answer in the box below. If this video helped you, please like it and share it with someone else who could also use it. If you have not already, do not forget to click the subscribe button. Maintain your spirit of perseverance, and until next time, remain stoic.